I'm just like freely creating and doing it and going with feeling, because music ultimately, you guys know, is a feeling. You just go into it, dig into it, and what feels good feels good. Fuck, you guys are all cool and shit. Like, I feel like you guys know each other already. Like,
an opinion on my stuff and move up from there.
Right. You know what's crazy? Actually, my man Slap, I never told you this, but so back in the day when I used to, like, I was going hard. I still go hard, obviously, but when I was making like 5 beats a day for 3 summers, like Kanye shit, there were some days where I made like 20 beats. You know this. Slop was one of the first guys that I met like on the internet that I like showed my beats to. Huh?
Everybody sends him everything.
Oh yeah, he has everybody's beats. But I was one of those producers. That helped me, because it helped me to know like what works and what doesn't, or like what could potentially be good or could potentially be not good. Getting that second opinion is really important. I think that applies to all of us. So like even you guys, like you guys play music to each other, like each other's shit. It helps, right? Just show them, and they don't really have to even be doing music. In fact, I think someone who doesn't do music is the best person to show your music to. Yeah, like I'll show my wife music. She does no music. She's like she's creative, but like she knows nothing about it. I'll be in my studio like making shit, and she'll like knock on my door and she'll be like, "Who's yelling on that track? Like,
that grunt.
Why is this person so angry?"
All that.
So tell me a little bit about the YouTube stuff. How long have you had your page, and what kind of content do you have on there?
I believe roughly around 2011 or so, you know, with tutorials and stuff like that. It spreads.
Right. So you're still creating content in the same vein, tutorial type of videos. How often are you releasing videos?
3 times a week. I keep it consistent now. I also do work for like mixing and mastering for people.
I don't have that many subscribers, not as you, but I do know that it's really it's possible, but it's really tough. It's really important to be in the millions. Yeah, because with all that video content on YouTube, you can create micro content and go crazy on Instagram.
Micro content?
Yeah. Well, it's really just like 1 minute, the 1 minute timer, the snippet on Instagram timeline. You can take like your 10-minute videos and, you know, create 9:16 formatted versions and then throw them on your page. Yeah. And then what is it, IGTV. So you can convert all that video. You probably have at this point, after 8 years, 9 years, fucking hours of video content. You could really build your Instagram page really quickly. You can double up on Instagram and do both. So it is really, I think, to me at least, I think it's, instead of focusing on like, I need to get so many streams to monetize on YouTube, because no one's realistically monetizing on YouTube through streams. They're monetizing outside, they're outsourcing. So they might have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and average a couple 100,000 views. Source of income comes from something else. Maybe they're selling tickets, maybe they're selling merch. Maybe that should be a focus, where how can I take advantage of this attention that I'm getting on YouTube, but instead of trying to monetize on the streams, let me monetize in other ways. I know a lot of people that are doing that really well. I mean, look at Joe Budden. Like, his streams are like pretty damn good, but like they're not making it really any money from that still, especially if they're splitting it by 4. So that's why they're hitting the road. They're going on tour. They started to sell merch. You know, they have the Spotify, you know, salary and stuff like that. But yeah, man, you have a great platform. Take advantage of it. I think there's a lot of cool shit you can do.
Thanks.
Yeah. Try to do something. I'm just like freely creating and doing it and going with feeling, you know, because music ultimately, you guys know, is a feeling. So you just go into it, dig into it, and what feels good feels good.
You've been through that where everything was complicated, because this to me it's real simple, and that to me as a producer, I'm like, is it too simple?
Think of it this way: each beat you make is a painting. So some paintings are going to be better than others.
What you're doing is you're creating beats and you're overthinking, because you want to appeal to everyone. You're like, oh my God, I need this beat to be as amazing as it could be, right?
Yeah, I've never done this.
The idea that like a few people in here might not like that beat like really kills you inside, right? Like you're getting really...
I would like to know.
No, yes. Think of like one of the greatest musicians of all time, right? We'll say Stevie Wonder. right? Can we all agree like Stevie Wonder is like the fucking GOAT? How many people are in here? 30, 25 people, 20? How many people are there on Earth? 7.5 billion people. That out of all 7.5 billion people on Earth, one of the greatest musicians of all time, billions of people do not like Stevie Wonder. Can't appeal to every human being. So why do you have the audacity to think that you can appeal to every human being with your music, or me, or none of us can have the audacity to think we can appeal to everyone. So if we can't appeal to everyone, we're left with option number 2, which is make what we love, not give a shit what people think, and only focus on people that love our music. Once you alleviate that pressure off yourself to just be this fucking, oh my God, then you just create art and like fuck around and try stuff, and if people like it, cool. Some people aren't gonna like it, but that's fine.
You mix and master your own stuff?
I mix my own stuff, yeah.
But
how did I learn? I do everything on my own. Yeah.
Because I've tried to work on that craft. How do you?
Sometimes we'll do it at the same time. If I'm there with the artist, I'll just like fuck around with some keys or load up some drums and we'll do something from scratch. But if it's a beat I already made, then I always make sure the beat is like ready to go. It's sequenced, intro, verse, pre-hook, hook, post-hook, verse 2, pre-hook, hook, post-hook, bridge. That's like pop format. Who knows? Just based on the feel. Yeah.
Based on tempo, no?
Just based on feel, yeah. There's no formatting, guys. Like this is not, this was good. This gave me an emotion. I told you it reminded me of being in Japan. All right, clap it up, man. He said, ooh wee gooey.
Look, they pass the bottle to the left. I'm staring at the floor, I wonder if I'm up next. Hand in my hand, thinking how I'm trying to talk to the fans, but if I ain't talking bands, then they'll never understand.
Yup. Are you working a lot together? You just need a producer, man.
Yeah, I need that.
Once you get a producer, just, yo, bars.
Yeah.
I wrote that song painting on the top of a like I was on the top of like extension. Right. Paint.
Wow.
Right.
You writing the lyrics?
Yeah.
To no beat. The beat wasn't there. I wrote the whole song and I was like, yo, sample this part right here. We gotta do this, and that.
Alien Girls, the concept.
I need it.
That to me in our heads is like huge. Like somebody that you've met that you just don't understand the feeling how you got. Like you from here, you like Alien Girls, that concept.
I like that. Lyrically, I think it's like super out there and interesting, and I think that people like that. I like the guitar sampling. I think that's like a cool progression. We gotta knock those melodies out the ballpark. Though.
What would your advice to the artist be like?
Everyone works different. One thing that I like to do when I work with songwriters, they'll go in, I'll tell them to go in there, I'll have them just like freestyle a bunch of melodies. Just ahs and maybe a couple words here and there. And we'll do like 4 or 5 passes.
The same melody?
Of the same beat. No, not melody, just random shit. And then I'll go back and listen to each one. So we take all of our favorite parts and we start comping. And then I'll listen and I'll say, oh, that sounds like a good verse section melody, or this part sounds like a good pre-hook, or this could be a strong hook section. And then we'll see what feels right, and then we'll start from the beginning of the song, and then we'll start thinking of a concept. But now that you have the lyrics already, you already did that part, so now you just need some strong melodies. Give it up one more time for my man Slop and Spawn, my man Spawn. You guys fuck with Pastor Aux? It's cool vibes. I didn't know what to expect coming to Tampa, I'm not gonna lie, because I've never been here. Just like, every time I go to these cities, it's always a different vibe, like based on the city. You guys have something like really, truly unique out here, man. So, round of applause for yourselves.